and welcome along to Villa TV and to Matchday Live. We're back at Villa Park once again, our third different competition in 9 days at Villa Park. This time it's the Carabao Cup and it is a last 16 tie against Crystal Palace, a chance to get into the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup for Aston Villa. My name is Kate Tracey, alongside me returning, as always, Ahmed Elmohamady, but making his Matchday debut, also will be on co-coms as well. Jed Steer, great to have you back, former villain of 10 years no less. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. It's amazing to be back. Not been back to Villa Park in a while, and yeah, to have a night game under the lights, it's brilliant. What a place Villa Park is.
There's nowhere better, is there, Elma, than Villa Park under the lights at night. Now, it's not Champions League we've got this time around, it's Carabao Cup, but the atmosphere hopefully will still be there.
Yeah, of course, yeah. First, it's nice to see Jed back to Villa Park again. It's been a long time since I saw him last time. And yeah, like you said, Villa Park is always, the atmosphere is unbelievable under the lights. Since we were players, now you're enjoying as a fan. You can see now we're playing lots of games, this year under the lights, especially in the Champions League, now Carabao Cup. So hopefully today is going to be a good one under the lights.
Now, Jed, we wanted to give you a proper welcome back and just to reminisce a little bit about your time here. So we put together a little compilation of some of your biggest saves as well. So hopefully you can talk us through some of these and some of these highlights then for you as well. Oh, so we've just got a bit of a freeze there. So, in terms of highlights, what were they for you?
Well, we just saw there Mason Holgate walk into the penalty spot, which obviously that's a huge highlight of mine. Yeah, saving that penalty was massive. The previous leg at home, I made a save which managed to get a fingertip onto the crossbar, so that again goes down well with myself. Obviously, I didn't play it as much as I would have wanted to, but thankfully I played in those three big games, and yeah, that sort of set me up for the next few years. That's
it, because when you were called upon, you really stood up to the plate then, and there was obviously a lot of pressure on you for every time that you did then step foot into the goal, but it was seemingly something that you just relished.
Yeah, I did. I really did, because it was a massive opportunity for myself, and I knew that every game I had to be at 100%, because a Jed Steer less than 100% wasn't going to reach the level required.
There you go.
So, here we go. Yeah, there he goes. Walk into the penalty spot.
The famous look.
Cool as anything. Cool as you like.
I was really surprised that the referee let us walk together. And
what were you saying at this point?
I didn't say anything.
Nothing.
I didn't say anything. We didn't have a lot of information on the penalties, because a lot of their penalty takers had gone off during the second half. So, yeah, just had to guess that one, and thankfully got it right. That's your mate, isn't it?
I got this right for him.
Yeah, he did.
Because I remember,
What did you say? What did you say?
I remember, it's always, it's something about the goalkeeper, always looking to the goalkeeper coach before, someone taking the shot. And the goalkeeper coach, asked me before this shot, which one? To be fair, I wasn't sure, but I said it's in his right,
Yeah.
So, yeah, thankfully it came right.
We obviously looked at the penalties beforehand, and Hegazi's, I think he took one penalty for Egypt, maybe, and he went high to the keeper's right. So I went with that, and yeah, thankfully he didn't go as high into the top corner and managed to get a good hand on it.
This is one thing that I love. I love finding out about the psychology of goalkeepers and the penalty shootouts. We're going to talk a lot more about goalkeepers further down the line in the show, because of course Emiliano Martinez with the Yashin Trophy success for the second year running. But we're going to get your opinion on that in just a moment, because we do now have team news to bring you, which is very much breaking. It came to us relatively late here, but of course we expected plenty of changes in the lineup. But in terms of Aston Villa, we have Gauchi in goal as he was against Wickham. Diego Carlos comes in defence alongside Ian Matson at left back. Kostas Nedeljkovic is at right back. Tyrone Mings, there's your big story, comes in for his first start. Boubacar Kamara also getting a start, as well as Emi Buendia, John McGinn, Leon Bailey. Jayden Philogene is back after his suspension, ruled him out of Bournemouth at the weekend. And John Duran up the top, which is going to be fascinating to see. Of course, he did make that start against Wickham as well. Now, in terms of Crystal Palace, they have made plenty of changes from their notable success against Tottenham at the weekend. Turner is in goal, Munoz at the back, Gahey is also at the back, Lacroix in there as well. Then we also have Chalobah making up the defence alongside Mitchell, Wharton in midfield, Eze is playing, Hughes in midfield, and Nketiah up front alongside Mateta. So, first and foremost, to start with Aston Villa there. Jed, from what we were expecting, we knew that the Carabao Cup, we might see some changes, but the most notable news parts of those lineups is the call-up for some of our players who've been injured.
Yeah, I think that's massive. Obviously, Tyrone Mings coming into the team is brilliant. To see him back at Villa Park and back on the pitch is going to be amazing. It's been a long stint out injured. I think it's been 14 months since his last game. So, yeah, to see him back out on the pitch is brilliant. Obviously, Buendia, he's missed a big chunk, and Kamara as well. So, yeah, to have those three boys back onto the pitch is a huge boost for the football club. And, yeah, get some minutes into them, and hopefully they can kick on and get into the team in the Premier League.
And Elmo, it just shows the strength and depth that Aston Villa have now. It almost feels like we've got new signings after the injury issues of last season for Villa. Now to have this strength in the squad is quite something.
Of course, yeah, as a manager you need that big squad, especially when you play in so many competition. You play in Premier League, you know, Champions League, and now Carabao Cup now. So it's of course, you know, players like Tyrone Mings, he's been in the club for a long time. Of course, you know, everyone was like disappointed that he missed last season as well, because his dream was to play in Europe, so he missed last year. So it's great to see him back now playing some football. And Kamara as well, he's a big part of the team last season. Missed like 6 months last season and this season as well. So it's great to see him back. A lot of players, they don't get time playing in the Premier League, like Costa, like Buendia now starting, and Big Duran up front as well. You know, hopefully he can score some goals today. It's great to see. As a manager, you know, you use that cup games to give some players some game time, because you will need them. You know, going long in the season, you need them, because so many games. You never expect someone get injured, so they have to be ready, and they have to be ready to go as well. So it's great to see Tyrone and Puba starting today, and hopefully they can have a good game tonight.
Now we're going to talk. Sorry, Jed,
I think what's big at the club now is Unai Emery. I feel he trusts his whole squad, and each of the players, albeit they might not be in the starting 11 in the Premier League, and they get their chance in the cup, the manager really likes them, and if he didn't like them, they wouldn't be here. And I think that's massive for squad depth.
Yeah, that trust that Unai has. We talk about it, don't we, Elmo, every single week, about that trust that he has in his players, the extra confidence that is therefore giving to the squad as well. Now, we're going to go a bit more into depth about Crystal Palace in due course, but for now, though, it's probably about time we need a reminder of how Aston Villa got to this stage of the competition of the Carabao Cup, an away win at Wycombe.
Something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure you're not needed, show you the door, but what's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore, lying, nothing in your core.
Will he sit down his header, and he's gone in, and it's Emiliano. The deadlock's broken. To the far side, that's a great save from Gauchi. Can he wrap it up for Aston Villa? He's gone round the goal, he's pushed to the ground, referee says penalty. Duran runs up with a penalty, slots it calmly home, and that's number 5 for the season.
Hello, something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure you're not needed, show you the door, what's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore, lying.
Going in again here, and this time he has fired it home. And there is the full-time whistle. Villa go through to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup.
Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure, nah, I've never been sorry.
Yeah, it probably was a timely reminder of that Wycombe game, which, Jed, it feels like an absolute lifetime ago now, but that's the reason Villa are here now, so good to see those highlights. Yeah,
to see the goals go in was always nice, and yeah, obviously the manager that night made a few changes, a couple of the young boys started in central defence, and Wycombe are a decent side. You know, obviously they're not a Premier League side, they're nowhere near that, but I played against them a couple of weekends ago, and they caused us a lot of problems. And they've got some good players. They've got different ways of playing. So for the team to come through that, win 2-1 was massive, and yeah, for the young boys to get an opportunity as well was a great experience for them.
And that was at a stage, Elmo, where it was in the third round, and of course it was, as Jed said, the good opportunity for a lot of young players to have a go then and to play against Wickham. And for all that they faced adversity, perhaps because Wickham were really on their mettle that day, they came through it.
Of course, yeah, it's a good experience for them. They need to get some minutes with the first team to get this first team, football. So they all did well at that night. It was good to see Emi Buendia scoring some goals after a long time as well. Big Duran got in the score sheet. So it was a good start for us at Wickham. It's a tough place to go, especially at night time, especially with a lot of changes. But all the players did very well, especially the younger players. And you need that younger players. You see what happened to Jadon. He's been out of the team. He's been called up. It's one of the biggest game in the club history, against Bayern Munich, and you see he was man of the match for me. He did very well. So you need these young players in the squad depth as well. They need to use them in that cup games to get more experience, more minutes, especially around the experienced players in the first team.
And just on those goals, we talk about Emi Buendia there, and it almost feels like he's obviously not forgotten by any means, but he's had to take that step back because of the injury. So for him to get on the score sheet and in the air as well, his aerial stats are unbelievable, which is something that's quite surprising.
Yeah, it's funny that because he's not the biggest, but his desire to go and head a football is brilliant. I remember Austin, when I was at the club, that Austin McPhee, the set piece coach, used to have Emi picking up some of the biggest players in their team at corners because of that desire to go and head the football. So yeah, what a header that is, finds the bottom corner there. But yeah, it's great to see Emi back out there. He's done well in the cup competition so far this season, and he's just got to take that form and keep doing it and give the manager a headache. Obviously Morgan Rogers at the minute has been fantastic, but Emi's just got to keep doing it, keep being consistent, and hopefully find his way into the team. The
best kind of headache you can imagine for a manager. And John Duran, of course, he got his start then, Elmo. He's got his start today. He won the penalty away at Wickham as well then. And it was just a very clever, it was a mature way to win a penalty as well, it felt.
Of course, yeah. Someone like Duran, he had a brilliant start to the season. It's not just in the cup competition. It's in the Premier League and in the Champions League as well. You can see his goal against Bayern Munich, it's out of this world. So, in this game, he was fighting to take this penalty, because I don't think he was the first name on that penalty, but he was fighting to score goal. That's his desire, You can see him, not the last game, the game before when he got subbed as well against Bologna. He was so frustrated. That's the desire, and that, the kind of the striker he wants to be on. He wants to score goals, So for Duran, he needs to keep doing what he's doing. Hopefully today he got on the score sheet as well.
And we're going to look at his other goal because, of course, the penalty was a penalty. Yeah. But it was the other goal that Duran managed to score, though, against Wickham that time. And this is the penalty, actually, in fact. But again, the coolness to have, though, Jed, for John Duran. Again, it just seems as though he's a different model this time around. Yeah,
I feel like he's brought a bit of a different dimension to his game now, and tactically he's very switched on to how Emery wants him to play. I think, yeah, he's got to keep doing that. He's got to keep working hard. Obviously, there's a good penalty. He sends the keeper the wrong way, and the keeper can't do anything there. But yeah, he's scoring important goals in important times, and it's competition for places, so that's massive. Ollie Watkins has got to keep playing well. He knows John's on his tail, and yeah, obviously, hopefully he gets a goal tonight, and it's all friendly competition.
Hopefully so, like saying, it gives that extra headache, the extra competition as well. There isn't that much competition in goal at present, though. Emi Martinez, and he's had that cemented yet again with the second consecutive Yashin Trophy award as well. He really is the world's number one.
Again from Emiliano Martinez, he's kept Villa in this. Played through by Foden, lines it up, kept out by Martinez. Power with the header, kept out by Martinez again.
Here come Brentford, and this could be promising, and well, look at that for a save from Martinez. As Damsgaard delivers, it's a good-looking ball, it was denied by Martinez.
And Juma, that's a better ball now, Calvert-Lewin is in. Big moment this for Don Calvert-Lewin. Martinez denies him with his foot. Now Garner! It's an even better set. Can he keep his feet? Can he keep the ball? Blocked by Martinez.
He was waiting for the post as well. Norwich is there too. Martinez keeps Sheffield United at bay.
Threads it through Adama Traore is in, but it's kept out by Emiliano Martinez. Huge save to keep Villa in front. Bueno. Confusion. Aït-Nouri.
It's a wonderful save by Emi Martinez.
It'll break Jesus' way. Martinez makes a stunning save from Trossard.
Then runs up left-footed. Saved by Martinez! Saved by Martinez! Oh, he's saved by Martinez! It's saved! Aston Villa go through!
A goal scorer last week, nearly a goal scorer again. Emi Martinez, not for the first time this week, comes to Aston Villa's rescue.
Reverse ball back in towards Saka, working the angle. Oh, good
What
save.
a save! What a save!
Just got a hand to it, Emi Martinez, to help it round the post. Really caught well by Phillips.
Emi Martinez called into action.
Oh, it's opened up here. Liam Delac for Ipswich.
What a save.
Well, at least he made a bit of room here. He tried to shot. He needed a great save. Harry Kane, great save, Martinez! Wonderful, wonderful save.
Andreas Pereira steps up to take it and is kept out by Emi Martinez, who does it again.
Great to see some of those magnificent saves. And Jed, I'm so pleased that we've got you on today to talk about Emi. Of course, you worked with him firsthand, day in, day out. What is he actually like to be around?
He's infectious in terms of how he works and his belief, and every single day he's on it. He doesn't take a day off. Not once did I see him have a bad session. He gives 100% every single day to improve, and his desire to get better every single day. And he's the world's number one. It's simple. Like I've said it for the last 3 years. He's the best goalkeeper in the world, but yet he doesn't train like it. He's always wanting to get better and stay ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, like you say, just always striving for more and for better. And Elmo, of course, you know him well as well. And what was he like then to actually play with? Is he the kind of goalkeeper you would want behind you, shouting and yelling and organising, or is that a real help?
Of course, yeah, this is what the goalkeepers do, you know, always shouting and that. But for Emi, you know, it's a great story about Emi, because someone like him, he was playing at Arsenal, and he never got a game with Argentina. Since he moved here at Villa, he started playing with Argentina and be Argentina #1, going to win the World Cup, you know, and winning so many trophies with Argentina and playing very well with Aston Villa. And this is why he's the #1 at the world now, because his determination and his work ethic is unbelievable, you know. So I'm pleased for Emi, because he works very hard, and like I said, you know, it's a great story, you know, behind him. Never played for Argentina before he came to Villa. Since he came here, you know, every door opened for him. So I'm pleased for him to win this trophy again, to be the world #1. And of course, I'm sure, you know, the fans, first thing he will do tonight, they will sing that song. I know he's not in the team tonight, but I'm sure the fans will do it for him tonight.
Hopefully we will get to see that, Jed.
Yeah, I remember when Emi first came to the club and he did an interview saying that he wants to play Champions League football with Aston Villa. And I think the whole dressing room sort of looked round and was like, who's this guy?
What's he talking about?
Yeah. And you know, 4 years later...
It's a mentality, you know, it's a mentality.
It really is.
Everything that he's wanted has come true. But in terms of that, Jed, how difficult is it to stay motivated, stay focused? He's won a World Cup, however many Copa Americas. He's now got Aston Villa into the Champions League. He's got them, well, hopefully cemented as a top 4 side going forwards. Yet to still have that desire to want more, so impressive.
Of course, Elmo, I think that's what separates the best.
Yes.
You know, you've worked with Salah,
Yeah.
you know, again, who's at the top of the Premier League, Emi, best goalkeeper in the world. You know, you look at Ronaldo, Messi, those boys who...
They never stop. They never stop, you know, just the work ethic, you know, and then in the biggest moment, you know, they're always there. Big games, they're always there, you know. It's just, you know, the last thing came to my mind, you know, the game against Fulham, you know, this penalty. He's so special in penalties, and that was crucial for us, you know. The time of the game, he saved that penalty, you know, he won us the game. And can you see with Argentina as well, that last save, you know, in the World Cup, you know, it won the Argentina the World Cup. So in the biggest moment, these players, you know, top players, they're always there. They always win you games, and Emi one of them.
And you say about how infectious his personality is. And of course, we know all of the other antics that go with him. It's not just the fact that he's a shot stopper or anything like that. He gets into the minds of the players. We've just seen your saves there from a penalty shootout, and how much of a mind game that is for goalkeepers.
Oh, it's massive. You know, when the players walk into the penalty spot, they feel the pressure, and Emmy adds to it. And he's got such a knack of doing it, and he gets in people's heads. You know, he got in people's heads at the training ground. You know, his own teammates.
Clever way to do it.
Yeah, it really is. He's so good at it. And I watch him, and I think, I don't think I'd be able to do that. You know, to have the guts to actually be able to do that.
Guts, well worded.
Yes, exactly. So I had to think about that one. So to have the guts to do that is brilliant. And yeah, he's so good at penalties. I'd always want him in my team.
We're going to talk some more about Emmy Martinez in the rest of the show. But for now, though, and of course, we're going to have plenty more build-up to today's game. But for now, stay tuned, though. After a few minutes, we will be back with you.
Hey, geezer.
All right, Oz.
Let's play Villa Park.
As long as I'm left wing.
Please, Lord, just let me play for the Villa.
Pass. Who knows high line practice? To your right. Go to the right. Hold the line, Rob.
Unai, I've got this. I'm ready to play.
Who's that? Do you want me through the middle or on the left?
Have you seen my Preds?
Number 11, the Prince of Darkness.
Who's that? The biggest frontman to ever come out of Birmingham.
This is the Emmy Martinez Masterclass.
We go all the way next time.
Up the Villa!
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa!
Up the Villa!
Up the Villa! Up the Villa! Up the Villa!
Up your own end.
Come on, love. Leave him alone.
Welcome back to Matchday Live with Ahmed Elmohamady and Jed Steer and myself. Now, as promised earlier on, we're going to have a look at today's visitors. Crystal Palace coming here, Elmo, on the back of a notable success against Tottenham at the weekend, their first win in the Premier League. So that was great for them to get back on track, and if they can take that confidence into today.
Of course, yeah, like you said, they always give them more confidence when they get in a win, especially against a top team like Tottenham. So it'll give them a lot of confidence today. Of course, like, some changes in the team, but their main players are playing. Eze is one of the best in the Premier League. Mateta as well is so dangerous up front. So Palace are a good team. They gave us a hard time there at their place last year. So it's going to be a good game tonight. Especially you can compare, both teams. There are some good players playing tonight. So there's not a big difference between the players. So it's going to be a good one tonight.
Takes the corner there behind you, trying not to hit that at this point. But Jed, in terms of Crystal Palace and obviously, again, we talk about momentum, and this competition is fairly important for Palace for them to win a trophy.
Yeah, I think you always want to win trophies, obviously. You know, they've had a tough start to the season. They got a really good win at the weekend, and they've definitely got players. Hi, Red. Hi, mate. They've definitely got players who can hurt any team. Elmo mentioned there, Eze and Mateta. You know, they're certainly dangerous players. They can hurt any team. So, yeah, obviously they'll be desperate to win a trophy, but I'm sure their main priority is the Premier League. But having won at the weekend, like you say, building momentum is massive. So a win tonight for them, you know, would lead in nicely to next weekend.
And there's enough pressure on their manager, Oliver Glasner, as well, Elmo. So again, trying to make that point, we talk about the politics of football all the time. And again, trying to make that statement for an under-pressure manager is quite noticeable.
Of course, yeah, he's a good manager. Since he went there, you know, last year he did very well, ending the season, you know. So they ended the season very well, but they didn't start well this season. And always, you know, the pressure comes to the manager when the results, you know, it's not going for them. But the win against Tottenham, they give them more confidence. Like I said, game like tonight, they come in here at Villa Park. It's a tough place. So they're looking for a win, because that's why they put stronger players tonight, you know. So it's always a pressure on the manager, but it's going to be a difficult game for them tonight.
Now, Crystal Palace had a win at the weekend. Aston Villa had a frustrating last-minute draw against Bournemouth, of course, at the weekend, Jed. So for all that, we all came away from that game with frustrations more so than anything. Villa themselves, they actually played well.
Yeah, and obviously they just couldn't see it out. I think the last 10 minutes, I saw Unai Emery said in the press, they didn't control the game as well as they would have wanted. And yeah, obviously when you concede so late, albeit it's a draw, it feels like a defeat. And you go in the dressing room and everyone's down, and you know, it's still a point. You know, if you don't win, don't lose. So yeah, obviously Unai Emery will analyse that. They'll take bits and pieces from it, and like you say, I thought they actually played quite well other than the last 10 minutes.
And Barkley with a goal as well. He was the only goal scorer then for Aston Villa on the day, but it was a well-taken goal though at that point.
Yeah, of course, I was delighted for him. You know, since he came back to the club, he's been absolutely unbelievable. You know, every time he comes on, he changed the games, and I was delighted for him actually. In the weekend, he took the goal very well. It was a good cross from Mats into Bailey, and to be fair, you know, he tackled very well, and he got at the end of the ball very, very good. So I was delighted for Ross Barkley, you know, and like Jed said, you know, as a player, you come into the dressing room after the game, it's always disappointed to concede that goal, especially when it's a last minute. So you have to learn from it, and then going forward, you know, you have to react after that. Of course, it's a draw, but it seems like a defeat. So tonight, it's a good chance for that to change it and get a win tonight.
And the fact that
Test 1 2 1 2.
Man of the match, I believe, anyway. So it wasn't ideal then. Apologies if you can't hear us. Our microphones have just gone off a little bit, so hopefully you can still hear us somewhat now. I'm starting to be able to hear myself back. We've got a few little gremlins at present though, as I'm getting also hit by a ball. Everything's going on here on Match Day Live. But in terms of Bournemouth's goalkeeper though, Jed, he made some unbelievable saves, and I'm pretty sure, as I said previously, if you didn't hear me, that he was given man of the match, so it was quite some performance.
I think that says everything. In fact, yes, sorry, that says everything. The fact that the goalkeeper gets man of the match, he produced some great saves. Villa tested it. Yeah. For Villa.
Yeah, so again, we're just having a few little mic issues at present. So now, though, can I leave you with Unai Emery's None of them work.
It's not this working.
Yeah, yours is working.
Thank you for the supporters.
There you go, that one's working. That's working now. It's working now.
We are frustrated, but we played a fantastic game. We are frustrated because we conceded one goal at the last moment, but one thing like Bournemouth, we knew before in our plan. Even deserving to win, even we were winning and we were not doing the difference in the result for 2 goals. We needed defense until the last moment, and we needed to be focused and to be in our game plan being consistent. And we played a fantastic game, fantastic match the first half. Even the second half, the first 30 minutes better. We scored 1 goal. We created chances. The goalkeeper saved a lot of chances for them. And the last 10 minutes after we were winning, they were pushing. They were creating some corners. We were conceding some fault. and they scored. Of course, we are frustrated, but you have to try to be in balance, to get balance. How we played today, how we were performing the match until the last goal, and of course, keep going, be positive. A little bit frustrated, of course, but try to stand up quick and prepare the next matches.
Talking of the balance, 18 points from 9 Premier League games. That's a very, very good return.
Yes, of course. We were thinking to get 20, but of course we have to accept. And we know it's very difficult each match in Premier League, and we have to try to get stronger in our tactically. I want to get stronger tactically. I want to get stronger mentally. I want to get stronger emotionally, and those things we have to try to control as better as possible. We are in this way, and of course the players, they are following every message we are sending, but there's still work to do. But you have to be positive.
Hey, geezer.
All right, Oz.
Let's play Villa Park.
As long as I'm left wing.
Please, Lord, just let me play for the Villa.
Pass. Unai's high line practice. Key right. Forward to the right. Hold the line, Rob.
Unai, I've got this. I'm ready to play.
Who's that? Do you want me through the middle or on the left?
Have you seen my Preds?
Number 11, the Prince of Darkness.
Who's that?
The biggest frontman to ever come out of Birmingham.
This is the Emery Martinez Masterclass.
We go all the way next time. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa. Up the Villa. Up the Villa.
Aston Villa, after 13 years away, return to European football.
Come on, we've got our games to play.
Leo Bailey for Aston Villa. Again, it's 1-0. Still walking. Oh, what a finish. What a fantastic finish.
Oi! Go and play up your own end.
Come on, love. Leave him alone.
Yeah, apologies for the little tech issues today. Elmo has just been caught singing in Arabic towards the end there, testing his own microphone. Hopefully your mic is working, Elmo. We're going to get like just a few predictions from you ahead of today's game before we wrap up. What do you expect?
I'm expecting a tough one, to be honest, especially, the boss manager now going for it, doing strong teams tonight. So it's going to be a tough one. So I'm going for Villa tonight, 2-1.
Right, we might. Oh, my mic's working again. I was just about to grab yours to ask Jed for predictions. You can do the handover then. Jed, predictions for tonight. What do you want to see?
I'm going to go for a 3-0 Villa. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think Villa will get on top early, and I really want to see Joe Gauci keep a clean sheet. So fingers crossed for him tonight.
Thank you so much. Apparently this is the only mic that is now working. We've done the right merry-go-round today, but thank you, lads, for persevering with the tech issues, for coming down here as well. We better let you go. You've got to get your skates on because you're on co-commentary duty. But at this point, this is when we leave our Facebook and YouTube viewers. The full commentary, though, do head to the Villa TV app, and you'll be able to hear Jed on that. But from here, pitchside, a very good